Yo, 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 1, 2, 1, 2. Hey, y'all. We're about to record, and of course, this is behind the scenes because y'all paid for it. Better notes, better notes. Thank you for being our very special Patreon members. We love you guys. Cool Joe is setting up right now. We're about to try something new. Like, instead of recording with the mics and all that we normally record on, we're gonna record a different way to see if we get a better audio until we get, our additional equipment and all of that. Let me scoot over. So he got some rooms to come scoot on in. But how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Of course, we appreciate y'all Patreon members because one day we'll have enough Patreon members to help us to afford babysitters and better equipment. Trying to come, they trying so hard to come. We're recording. What's up? No, you cannot. Thank you. Look, turn that light off. Turn that light off. Turn that light off. Sorry. Children, aren't they grand? Y'all heard how many times I said it before I had to repeat it. Okay. He's setting up right now. But we getting ready, y'all. You gonna come closer or no? You don't want to sit next to me? Shoot. He did that on purpose. Hey, we're recording, baby. Children, God love them. It's better. It's better than it was. That's because you don't have it directly on me. Is it lighter?
Like, is this cool?
I don't know. I think I could see me before I couldn't at all. The light was like, I don't know. It was like pitch black. Should we turn the light on in here too? Maybe.
You want to turn it on?
I don't know. How do you feel about it? It's whatever.
You gotta read notes.
Yeah, I got notes, but I got good eyes. I've never had to wear glasses, thankfully. I used to have to read in the dark. I used to sneak and read. I was supposed to be asleep, but I used to be reading and shit. So I heard the fly. I told you I heard it really well. Where is it? Ah, of course. I feel like I should have on my bling. Hold on. Get my cheek together. Incense are good because I gotta read cards anyway. Don't like that's ridiculous. That's like Joseph. Why would you set up? That's what I got to do. We 4 minutes in, and this is it. This is it. Put my crystals on real quick. You know, this is these family. No, these are family. These are our Patreon, our high members. These are the one who these are family. They love us. These are the one who pay all this money to watch our videos. This family. We love them. Y'all family, fuck him. His name is Joseph. But we said it. Now he's never gonna stop. I'm gonna do y'all what? Y'all know how I do y'all family. And the last video that I made, I didn't do a poll for y'all, so I feel bad. So I'm gonna do this one to make up for the last one. I love y'all. So in this episode, we're going over shadow work. I know I said we were gonna do it that day, but we didn't. But I'm sure y'all listened to it the same day. It was a thing. Just because right now we don't have any Patreon subscribers. We're just starting, we're fresh. But I know that one day we'll have a bunch and It'll be worth it. Somebody will find what we're saying useful, and the fact that Spirit has been on me like, hey, you need to do this shadow work episode. You need to do this shadow work episode. You need to do this shadow work episode. You need to do this. Like, I'm doing the shadow work episode. So I actually need to calm my daughter down so she can get ready. Hold on. Y'all know how it would be. Have kids out in their phone and whatnot. And of course, I have to have my glass of wine. I put too much ice in it. I hate hot wine and they have time to let it chill. And I bought it from the store and I gotta store it. Store it in the cabinet. Nothing. Where's this child? This is my beautiful rose quartz. Well, this is clear quartz. It's bracelets. It helps center me with the couple. And then there's my amethyst. I love these. They're my favorite bracelets. I do have them for sale on our website as well if y'all want them. All y'all got to do is mention y'all Patreons, and I promise if I still have them in stock, instead of the normal price that I sell these for, I'll sell them to y'all for $10. So let me know. I'll sell these to y'all for $10 if I still have them. Just say, hey, actually just send me a message on Messenger or on Patreon. Well, I'd be like, hey, I'm a Patreon subscriber. You said you was running them for $10. Of course, while supplies last. I got you. Hey, I was just about to call you. Come here. I was just about to call you. Thank you, honey. It's the Nag Champa. We're about to record the shadow work one. Are you ready? I hyped you up the other day. I'm like, yes, my baby, she gonna help me with this episode. So this is for all of our Patreon subscribers. So these Patreon subscribers that this is going to actually pay real money for the advice and the information that we're giving to them. So I was letting them know how I be putting y'all onto game and making sure y'all know stuff that I learn because I know I'm the matriarch and I'll be passing that torch on to you. So it's like stuff that we gotta, totally. That's the episode we're going over today. You haven't been replaced, but you remember she's a nice addition. It's a family affair. We just need some more rooms. So, maybe if we move this back, we'll be able to record better. And then turn the light on so we got, they get a better view of us. So it's not so like spooky. Cause I don't know if y'all see the smoke and whatnot, but who got this burning on my plant? Joseph, give me that candle thing right there, please, honey. Mm-hmm. Anyway, that's fine. Thank you, darling. Okay.
I didn't talk to you about something completely different than the podcast.
I'm sure. But whatever, you're here now. We're here. I have a little stand thingy somewhere that we could just sit like in between the three of us. Go from there. Oh yeah, no. Yeah, we're recording. Y'all don't want to see this mess. So if we get messages about these $10 bracelets, only these Patreon members who see this video are allowed to purchase these for $10. Only them. That's like giving y'all 90% off of the freaking sale. Not 90%. I suck at math. Don't listen to me. But I charge $45 for these, but $10 for my Patreon subscribers. Look at my nerd. Don't even answer that in. No. They want to do the math, they'll do the math themselves. Don't be breaking the head off my pharaohs. You can never shoot the nose off my. Everybody should do shadow work. Like everybody should do shadow work, and that's not true. Like everybody should do it at one point, but you have to get up to a point of acceptance. You cannot go into shadow work with like really really low self-esteem, real depressed, real just like real sad and feeling bad about yourself, because if you do, this shit will make you feel worse. Oh my god. Like don't do it if you're at that point. You have to level up first.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense because when you're really doing this deep introspective um, look at, who you are, what makes you who you are, and these different things, you have to have a certain level of self awareness and understanding, and be okay with the changes that you need to make or you
Yeah.
should make. So that's kind of that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. I had a friend who started shadow work, and it's something that she needed, but she wasn't ready for it. And she honestly did go deeper. She went deeper into her depression. She went deeper into a lot of shit and couldn't figure out why. But it's like, I didn't suggest she should do shadow work. She had got a reading from somebody that wasn't myself, and she asked me advice on how to do it. So I gave her the advice that I had for her, and it was a deep thing.
I feel like it might have really got like the reason really why it would make you like spiral more into depression and stuff is because like your shadow is a part of you that's like not necessarily all the negatives, but it's like it can project more of the negative parts of you.
You have to project that. You have to go deep into that. So yes, you're right.
And with all like it's like the part that helps you see the parts of you that you're not used to seeing every day. Like the worst parts of you, the best parts of you, like it helps you see like it's your shadow. So it's like not something that you can see unless you really want to, but you can't see it unless you're in a like a clear headspace.
Very true. So
So, we have a lot of different people who may be listening. Let's start off with like, what is shadow work?
I think that we should go back a step.
Okay.
So I think that we should go over why you would need shadow work first,
What is it?
and
Like,
then
not
go into
when I say what is, I don't mean like, okay, that makes sense, but even okay, let's go.
it. So here are the symptoms, okay? This is, yes, there are symptoms to let you know that you need shadow work, and I have a few just to name. Number one, you're stuck in a cynical pattern. You have a lot of cynical self talk. So, do you think that you can go into what that might mean?
Cynical is kind of what we do sometimes when we make light of more serious things. So, for instance,
Also, like me, like how I
yeah, you're quite cynical.
joke in terrible situations. It's
But
like not even like something I do on purpose. It's like an impulse.
right,
And if you're stuck in that type of pattern where you keep coming to situations in your life and your response to those situations is just to make light of it
correct.
as opposed to face it head on, that would be kind of a cynical pattern where it's not healthy for you anymore and it's really not a joke.
I did that dumbass shit. I busted bitch windows out. That was so stupid of me. I was so dumb.
No,
Right.
not like that.
Like,
But like, you feel like there are situations where you know that like, okay, this is not a laughing matter. I should not be cracking jokes right now. But like, say one of my siblings like ran into a wall. And I'm like, oh my gosh, how did you do that?
well, that could be it, but that could also be like you being a kid and goofy and silly as shit.
Right. So yes, I think like the example you gave, love more. What's today? Tuesday.
The love test.
I'm
So
done.
I think that example is kind of a good one because people, do these things that hurt other people and hurt themselves, and then they just like, well, it happened. Oh well. Then they do it again. It happened. Oh well.
And
Then they
then
do it again.
they know to
And then they're in
apologize
jail.
for it, right? They apologize like 20 minutes after, and then they blame other shit. Like, oh, I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't have done that, but I did do it, and I'm sorry. Yo ass needs shadow work.
When
So
you say like blame the other, I'm thinking you meant like, oh, I did it, but I only did it because.
that's
And
that's
then
it.
like,
Yeah, that's a good
like
example
you
too.
cannot use the excuse it's because I was abused as a child for why you just busted somebody's windows out of their car.
Especially if you're 30.
So what's another
So
indicator?
another one is you have random emotions like lust or anger at inappropriate times. So you could be, for instance, at church and you could be like, close your ears real quick. Her booty looks so big in that dress. Like, what? Are you at church? Or you have like random, I mean, it is. Or like being, well, or anger for like little petty stuff. And like the petty thing being something that anybody else wouldn't get angry for. Like, who ate my chips? Why'd you eat my, well, who ate my chips? Somebody ate my chips. Ugh. And then you putting holes in the wall because of it. Like, that shit's inappropriate. Like, slow down,
Or
cool,
I can
chill.
think of another one. Or if everybody's angry about something because like, police shot another kid in the streets who was unarmed, and you think, it's just the most hilarious thing ever.
Right.
That's definitely an inappropriate
It
situation.
is. It's very inappropriate. Like, that's bad.
Oh my.
Another one is you forgive easy. Like,
Okay.
you just got punched in the fucking face by this nigga for the 27th time, and he apologized to you and say, I'm sorry, I did it because I love you. And then here you are with a black eye, like, I love you too. I shouldn't have triggered you. No, it won't. It will
It
not.
shouldn't. It
It's
shouldn't.
inappropriate as fuck. That was one of the, you need some shadow work.
You need shadow.
You need shadow work. Or you deny your reality.
Okay, back to the forgetting thing. Is
Okay.
that like how I can just walk into a room and completely forget what I was gonna say?
No, I didn't say forget. I said forgive. You
Oh, I thought you
forgive
said
easily.
forgetful. You forget easily.
Forgive.
Okay.
You deny your wants and needs, or you change yourself to suit someone else. You use your weirdness as a defense mechanism, or you work hard and you don't get results. Like, those are all indicators that you need shadow work.
Like I can think of people who I know who do these things and probably could benefit from, doing some shadow work. I think of people who I only know. This is funny. I can think of people who I don't know in person, but only know by the things they post on the internet, on social media, and I can see these traits. And I don't even know these people.
Right. Because sometimes, like, when you're posting stuff, you posting out of, you're posting shit you like, you posting stuff that relates to you, what you find, right, which ain't really funny to other people. Like,
Or like to trigger a reaction out of somebody.
right,
Yeah,
which is a thing. So, what is shadow. So beneath the social mask we wear every day, we have a hidden shadow. We have a hidden shadow side, an impulsive, wounded, or isolated part that we generally try to ignore. The shadow can be a source of emotion, richness, and vitality, and acknowledging it can be vital and a pathway to healing and being your authentic self. Shadow work is the process of exploring your inner darkness or shadow self. Shadow work uncovers every part of you that has been disowned, repressed, and rejected. It is one of the most authentic paths to enlightenment. Unless we do conscious work on it, the shadow is almost always projected on someone or something else so that we do not have to take responsibility for it. So if you wouldn't have yelled at me today, I wouldn't have to punch you in the face. Like what? Like that's how we self project. That's an example. Sorry, y'all. Whatever, you're lying. I never punched you. Your shadow holds all of your fears, mistakes, anxiety, and darkest thoughts. It wants everything that you were never allowed or everything you were afraid to have, even forgiveness. So the people who can't say they're sorry, shadow work is needed. I don't know if I said that in the other part. Do y'all have anything to add to that? Any examples or?
I think, again, like I think a lot of people can benefit from what we're talking about in this episode. I think a lot of people can benefit from just kind of taking a minute, taking a step back and analyzing themselves, their behavior, and wanting to do better and be better. I mean, called like
Yeah.
it's shadow work, but at the same time, sometimes it's just realizing, you know what, I can be better. I can do better, without having to do necessarily shadow work because they may not know what that is,
Right.
but just, wanting to be a better contributor to themselves and the people around them.
So like what you said about if they don't know what it is, like an easy way to like help you identify like what it is so that you can work towards, working on shadow work with yourself. It's like think of it as like you can't see your shadow at nighttime. So like the darkest part of you, you won't be able to see that while you're still in the darkest part of yourself. So you know how you can see your shadow in the daytime, you see it when it's light. When there's light outside, when you have been able to find the light within yourself, that's when you'll be able to see your shadow so that you can be able to help yourself. So you cannot try to work on your shadow while you're still in a dark place. You have to try to get yourself out of that dark place so that you can feel enlightened and feel lighter so that you can be better within yourself
Word.
Word.
or something like
Ashe.
that.
Ashe. Speaking from the mouth of babes. Ashe. So, why do you want to know why you need shadow work? One, deeper love and acceptance of self love. So you can love people better once you love yourself. You can't love people heavy when you don't even love yourself. That's a thing. Anybody want to add to that one?
That's your thing. You say that so much.
I do because it's important.
Yeah.
It's very important. It's a real thing.
A lot of people, a lot of people want to love someone else so much, so bad, so quickly because they want that feeling of being loved back. And usually, those people who jump to it don't get that
Ever.
feeling back because unfortunately, people are users and abusers. A lot of people
Mhm.
are, and those people also need shadow work. But
Mm.
in order to really be able to be happy and okay with those people who may not give you what you want, who may not reciprocate what you give, you have to be able to love yourself first. You can give more of yourself, and when you might not receive it back, which, hopefully everybody does find love and find happiness. But if you don't receive it back, you can move away from that situation still whole because you know you have that self love. So I think that's important. I think there's a lot of people who lack that self love, and these are the ones that we see on Judge Mathis and
So a crackhead.
uh,
Ain't that what he always say?
I was gonna say,
So you a
so you a
crackhead.
crackhead. So
I was smoking weed, Your Honor. Oh,
oh,
you
you're
was a weed head.
No.
Like, damn, you called me a crackhead.
they all bully, running around, acting crazy because they just want to be accepted. They want to be loved, but they haven't yet loved. And I'm not saying that's all them people.
It's
More.
not
It's
Maury's
more.
fault that they are
It's
not the
more than that.
father.
All right.
But yes, to your point, self love is important, but it's not easy to get to. It's not something that naturally comes. You have to develop. You have to learn yourself.
Yeah.
Like with like the whole self love thing is like love takes time. It's like only love that really happens instantly, and not even really instantly, is like love between parents and a child. So like
And that is
usually
instantly.
exactly like people try
There's different
hard.
levels to that too.
People try hard to like build love with somebody else really fast, and it doesn't really work because like that's not something that you can rush into. It has to be built. So like
But we struggle together, so we got something. Yeah, y'all struggle in the memories
Right.
of
yeah,
Exactly.
it.
And sometimes that's all y'all have, so you'll be stuck there.
like if you can't learn how to love yourself, because that's the first person that you should be learning how to love is you. So if you can't
Hmm.
learn to love yourself, what makes you think that you can learn to love somebody else? Because
Yep.
you can understand you can learn you better than anybody else can.
Yep.
So you have to be prepared to understand how to love yourself before you can try that with somebody else.
And honestly, most people don't even get to that point of understanding themselves where they can develop that self love till late 20s,
Early
early
30s.
30s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And that's if the situation that they went through in life was perfect. They had their mother until age 7, their father was there until age 14. They had the freedom after 14. So those are perfect conditions. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you up, but I had to throw that in. Perry dots, Perry dots. This we show. This is we show.
So
We.
Yeah, so that's one reason why.
So in my list, like what y'all just went over, is like those are things in it. So better relationships with others, your spouse, your partner, your children. You have more confident to be your authentic self. So you don't have to like hide who you are around OMG around other people. So you know how some people are.
Sometimes I hide
He don't. He does not.
no, you're very enthusiastic about who you
who I am.
are, and that's the mentality that everyone should have about
Everybody doesn't think I'm awesome though. Some people think
but
I suck.
it's not even like what other people think about you. I feel like it
Like
shouldn't be
three.
viewed
It's like
as
3 people.
conceited. It shouldn't be viewed as
It's not.
you
The
love me.
people the people who say that are the people who need shadow work.
Those are the people who need to learn to love themselves. Like when
Right.
you love yourself,
The
of
people
course
who
you're gonna
don't
walk
know me.
around like, oh yeah, because I know I'm pretty. I
Right.
know I'm awesome. I know I'm this and that.
Exactly.
And like you can't let people tell you that you're not, because then they're just trying to project their own self hate onto you.
Yeah.
And that's interesting because that goes deep. Because there's a lot of false confidence in our world. There's a lot of people who who know that it's important to project, to exude this sense of confidence, but they change at the snap of a dime. They
Mm-hmm.
act like this in one situation, act like this in another situation, act like this in another situation, and get home and they by themselves and they crying. You know,
Or overwhelmed or
overwhelmed.
depressed, sleeping for
And
days,
we all get
exhausted.
overwhelmed sometimes. We all have our good days and our bad days. But sometimes people like when that becomes your day to day, and you have to put on a front just to go outside. You need to look into them shadows. You know, and it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing to get to the point where you understand. Like I want to be better. I want to do better. Let me start taking a path of enlightenment. Getting more at one with my spirituality, so that I can, get out of this place. Pause. I just stopped this so that we can, separate the segments differently this time. So same.
Sorry. Y'all get unedited. I keep accidentally pressing the stop button, so I'm gonna have to put all these freaking videos together at once.
The
It's
segment
okay.
called.
This segment is called What is that noise? These kids. So thanks to y'all who are watching this right now. We will have a babysitter. We'll have better equipment. Thank you guys.
Are they like hitting the floor? Their favorite thing to do now is like everybody hangs out in AJ's room.
But this is this G90's room. above
Oh,
us.
this is the girls' room.
Yes.
I think they stuck something in their vents where it's not blowing.
It's hot in there. I'm gonna have to stick my hand in there.
All right. Let's see.
So, more mental, emotional, and spiritual clarity is a thing. Increased compassion and understanding for others.
Hey, be quiet. We trying to record.
Sorry, y'all. Enhanced creativity.
That's not professional.
That's a part. That's us. This is our family, and we learning together.
What
But
does their sign say? Our crazy, chaotic, loud.
right, the sound of the door. We gonna have to. We gonna record. We gonna show y'all that. Y'all gonna see that. Don't forget the messy part. Messy's on there too. She went to get another incense because I was almost out. Y'all need to light a candle so when I read these cards, we can channel ancestors and junk. I always have water in here for channeling. You tripping? Um. So sorry, y'all. We all over the place. That too, but it's good. Ancestors like water. So discovery of hidden gifts and talents. You get a deepened understanding of your passions and ultimate life purpose. That's something that I've learned that I didn't know before shadow work. Improved mental and physical health, which is also pluses. People might say your ass is crazy because you convening with spirits and shit, but you know that they giving you real live information that is true and you pass it along. Like it's a difference between just being crazy, quote unquote, and hearing shit and seeing shit that ain't really happening and your information not being correct. But when your information is like spot on, and like you get in no one's telling you you're wrong. Like, oh, she said that. Oh, she remember that. Oh, she did that. Oh, la, la, la. You ain't crazy. Your mental is clear. You get those messages very clear, and you're understanding. So that's a good thing. You gotta hold the bottom and push it in. Sorry, y'all. For y'all who can't see her, she's trying to stick incense in an actual candle that is not hot. No, because then it's gonna drip all over the place. Let me help you out, Carla.
You're amazing.
I
I
am,
can see what the ashes are.
man.
Yeah.
I don't want that dropping on my computer. Here. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, y'all.
Amateurs.
Okay, so next, um, I said that one. More courage to face the unknown and live life. Access to your soul and higher self. A feeling of wholeness. So everything that I just went over are all things that you gain when you do shadow work. When you're ready to step into that, this is all the great shit that'll happen. Like you gonna be woke, honey. You ain't gonna be one of the sheep fools sleeping all day and all that junk. But with it comes more information and more knowledge. So prepare yourself. Anybody want to add to anything that I just said, or what's up?
It's important to be able to tap into things that are beyond our current understanding. Because that helps you get to another level of enlightenment, another level of understanding. So, um, all the reasons why, and all the everything you just said, I feel like it. Those are things that you should want. If you're an artist, you should want to be more creative.
Mhm.
So then you can be a better artist. If you are a parent, you should want to be able to have better relationships with, your kids, your family, your neighbors, the principal at the school.
Mhm.
You know, you should want these types of things, but that does require tapping into a level of knowledge and understanding that you don't currently have. Um, so yeah, that's dope.
Very true.
DOPE.
I agree. I
And
agree.
don't use the dope to numb the pain,
It-
unless,
A lot of people do.
that's what you do.
What I've learned is like a lot of people who have spiritual gifts, like people who see ghosts, spirits, and all of that, they numb the pain in that way. So they're drinking, they smoking crack or shooting crack. However you do crack. I don't know how to crack.
Smoke.
However they do the cracks, they do it. They smoke the weeds.
White color.
What? Okay. Anywho.
All the do not do drugs there. Drug
That's another episode.
awareness.
Drugs are really stupid.
That means drug abuse,
Resistance,
education.
equality.
No, drug abuse, resistance, education. I remember. We
Eco-
have here at the
economy.
school.
Drug abuse, resistance,
Taught us
equality.
all about drugs.
Equality?
We had the
In
dare come
sixth grade.
too.
Sixth grade, learned all about drugs.
Man, they was like, yeah, the crystal meth that gives you like hallucinogen.
That's what we have to do.
Wait, what? Like y'all stupid. Why y'all telling kids about this shit? I was sitting up there like, how do I find the crystals meths? Like what? That's ridiculous. I never did crystal meth.
And then they give you the stimulus depressants and then like the ones that I don't know. I know all the drugs. I don't even
I know
remember
all
any of
the
that
drugs.
stuff.
Hey parents, I just want y'all to know, I know all the drugs.
Every
What?
drug. Every drug.
What are you doing? Who are you? What do you
But I
mean?
digress.
We digress. Yes. We digress.
But we'll talk about that in a later episode. That'll be a fun one. We have experts come in who do
Wait, what?
that context.
So,
We got experts.
have you practiced self love yet? Are you prepared to make time to do that? This is, oh, I forgot to say this, y'all. Sorry. We digressed and I forget.
Bring it back.
So, these are some questions like you need to ask yourself to know if you're ready for shadow work or not. Like, paradox. Have you practiced self love yet? If you have not, do that shit first. Back to what I was saying earlier is this danger. Severe low self esteem You should not do this. It will make you feel worse. I don't know what that say. My handwriting is disgusting. Next. Are you prepared to make time for self-love? Because in order to do shadow work, you have to make the fucking time. You can't say I'm ready to do shadow work unless you have the time. You have to have the time. That's an actual thing. You need the time. And huh, you have to have practice self-love, meaning waking up in the morning and I'm looking in the mirror and I'm saying, "Hey beautiful, I love you." Cause don't nobody love me more than I love me, baby. At all. Petty Dogs. He love me a lot and so do she. Like these my two biggest fans, but trust and believe they don't love me more than I love me. Just and vice versa. Y'all are. I love y'all. I'm y'all biggest fans too. I'm both of y'all biggest fans. But I digress. Boy, right. So this is a question. Are you looking to be validated or are you looking to find the truth? Are you looking to be validated or are you looking to find the truth?
That's it. That's the question.
Because it's an actual thing. Because if you're looking to be validated, guess what? Shadow work ain't for you. You need to go take a step back and go back to self love. Go back. Right, go talk to one of your fans.
Yeah, you right, you right, you right.
Because you need to look to find the truth. That's what you need to be looking for.
Read that one more time for the
Oh my
people in the
goodness.
back.
Are you looking to be validated
Come on.
or are you looking to find the truth, boo boo? The truth.
If that's not something that resonates with you, then you might be headed on the right path. If you actually think about those words and what they mean in the context of that question, um, that's something to sit upon. Sit upon, think about in your own life. It's good. It's good stuff.
Validated?
A lot of people go to church to get validated.
I mean, I know what validated means, but like I can't define it off the top of my head. Like hearing the word, I know what it means, but I can't
Let's
like
talk.
tell you.
Let's talk
I can't
about
Let's
it.
talk about it.
So, in my opinion, in my thoughts, that means so validation is somebody or something telling or showing you that you're right about what you think
I'm the
you're right
shit,
about.
right? I'm the shit, right? I'm the shit, right?
Come on,
Validate
man.
me. Tell me
Hey.
I'm the shit.
It's a lot
Hey,
of
I'm the
pressure.
shit, right?
Right, that's an example. Or on a more mellow tone, it could even be something like
I don't need to do shadow work.
Doctor.
I don't need to do shadow work, right? That's the question. And you want me, I want you to say, no, you're good.
Right, but
I'm
yes.
sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna just say like on a like more relatable to everyone type of tone. You know, um, I need to go to the gym and work out more. I go to the doctor. The doctor says, "Boy, you fat. You need to go to the gym and work out more." That's validation that what I already knew. In that case, but I needed to go to the doctor in order for him to tell me that so that I can go do it. Something I already knew, as opposed to looking for the truth, which is actually I need to eat better and I need to probably work out more and I need to probably change my diet totally, which which is more true. Um, but it's a hard truth that I may or may not be ready to face or may not be ready to deal with. But yeah, on a higher level of just you as an individual, as a person, that question could be a problem for some people to really analyze. That's all I was
Pretty much it's just you need someone to tell you something you already knew or something that you wanted to hear.
What you want to
What
hear.
you want to hear.
That's it. What you want to hear is the
Is
key
that
to
kind of
that.
like fishing for compliments? Like if you were to post a picture of like, oh, I'm so ugly, but you just want people to be like, oh, you're not ugly.
Great
Without
example.
saying it, that's a great example.
People do that all the time.
Now me though, I do not be doing that sometimes.
Not the expression on your face and the tone of your voice.
Not all the times, maybe occasionally.
We look bad.
And you'd be like, I look so flat.
So what I need you to do is seek to enter a calm and neutral space. Try to meditate and remain calm. You have to practice compassion. Record everything you find in your dreams, all of your observations around you. Because spirit be giving you messages, honey. When they think you ain't listening, they'll throw that shit to people you don't know. Like literally, I could have a dream about something, I've heard something, I've seen something nonstop, 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 and I'd be like, that ain't nothing. All of a sudden, one of these dudes will walk up and be like, exactly what the fuck I've been seeing and hearing all the time. And I'd be like, okay, spirit, I heard you loud and fucking clear. And they be like, what you talking about, girl? Like, spirit be like, listen to me, or I'm gonna send you messages. I had a relative of mine actually reach out today. Um, my little love. I'm not gonna say her name out of respect, but Spirit had been trying to get the message to her through her everyday life. Spirit's been trying to get her messages, but she ain't listening. It took for Spirit to reach out to somebody who she hasn't seen or heard for in 10 years, maybe or more, depending. Somebody she haven't seen since she was in high school, to send her a random ass message for her to be like, hey, and reach out to me like, I'm intrigued, tell me more. Like that was actually a thing. And the fact that a lot of people go through similar situations, like when you ain't listening to spirit try to put you on. So yes, that part. So pay attention to your dreams because spirit comes to you in dreams. Um, to your observations, like around your surroundings, your everyday things. Look at license plates. It could be something as simple as you driving next to somebody and like something they got hanging from their rearview mirror or the outfit they have on, whatever. Like I've literally went through a depression where I missed my auntie who passed so much that I was at a mall after she died and there was a woman who looked exactly like her. Exactly like her. I followed this woman throughout the mall and then finally got close to her to realize she ain't look shit like her at all. So it was spirit letting me know. It was her, my auntie letting me know, you good. Like I am here. Like you ain't getting the messages I'm sending to you. You ain't hearing them, but I'm here. I'm here. I got you. So yes. So you need to pay attention to your emotional reactions. Um, express your shadow self artistically. A lot of people like to paint and draw because it's fun. Like it's really fun. You like to do it a lot. She's good at it too. This girl, every time we have a paint and sip family night, she be the one who be leading the shit. Like, all right, y'all. Everybody else look like we just use finger paints to do it, and her shit be looking like she was the one leading class. Like, you know what, girl? A lot of like sometimes coloring, like an adult coloring book or kid coloring books with the numbers and shit. Color this. Number one is blue. Number two is green. Yeah. Yes.
Sometimes it's just whatever works for you to get you to that place where you're calm, you're able to meditate, you're able to be at peace so that you can begin your shadow journey.
Yep.
Crystal.
Start a project. Projects are fun. Paint the bathroom. I mean, if you are a kid and you're trying to start your shadow work, what's a project that a kid can do, Ryan?
Like, what you mean, like a project?
Like a project, something small that you could do. Redecorate your room, paint your dresser. Yeah. Find a hobby that could be something you get paid
You
for.
said like a small project. I was gonna say I got plenty of hobbies.
I mean, a project. I said start a project. No matter the size, start a project. Write a story or keep a shadow journal. Those are slight projects. Have inner conversations. So have conversations with yourself. Conversations like, so today I felt angry when I had to get out of bed in the morning at 9 o'clock. So Phyllis, why were you angry? You had to get up in bed at 9 o'clock because I was fucking tired. Duh, stupid bitch. Why were you tired? Because that baby was screaming at 3 o'clock in the morning. Why was the baby screaming at 3 o'clock in the morning? Because, an inner conversation, pal, with you, yourself, and you. And also try the mirror technique. The mirror technique is very useful. That's when you get a mirror and do exactly what I just did. Talk to yourself in the mirror, in the dark. Yeah, I never watched that, but yeah, I don't watch TV. That's cool.
Yeah, I'm about to go out here and I'm about to kill this presentation because I'm black and I'm strong and I'm powerful. And then it's a good show, kind of. It's not really for children.
So, some questions you can ask yourself about shadow while doing shadow work. What am I addicted to? Everybody have their vices. That's a thing. Like, see what it is that you're addicted to. Why do you go towards that? What's the feeling that it gives you? So a lot of people move towards alcohol. Some people move towards drugs. A lot of people move towards drugs. A lot of people move towards like running. A lot of people move towards social media. A lot of people move towards sugar. A lot of people move towards just eating, stress eating. What are some other addictions? Anything that you do in excess, like more than what's
There's
normal.
people who have
Crystal
like
meth.
okay,
I said drugs.
cleaning. Like
Yeah.
some people clean excessively. Like I didn't even know this until like I was like doing like watching videos about this stuff on YouTube. Like there's a point where you can clean so much to the point where you can be doing harm to yourself. I didn't know that because I'm like, you're cleaning. Cleaning is good. Like why would that harm you? But then like apparently you're killing too much bacteria. Like there are certain ones that you need.
Didn't know that was a thing, but
That's not a thing here. Let's clean more
Oh
here.
yeah, this
Yeah.
we definitely need more
there's
cleaning.
certain behaviors that some people have these. Everybody's different personalities. Some people's
Yep.
personality traits are addictive personality traits. Some people have obsessive compulsive personality traits. So being mindful of that, if you know you have that issue, is something that is important. That's part of looking within yourself. If you know that you are OCD, you need to try to stay away from certain type of behaviors that will put you into that realm. Counting ceiling time.
Then I'll turn the light off. I know the light's off, but I'm gonna turn it on and then turn that shit back off just to make. Wait, did I do it? I forget if I did it. No, hold on, let me do it again. I've seen people do that. Yeah, like it's a thing, and we're not making fun of y'all. Like
No,
OCD
not
is
at
an
all.
actual
Not at all.
disorder. It's beyond an addiction. It's a disorder. So, moving on. How have I been ignorant? That's a question you should ask yourself. How have I been ignorant?
That's another one. How have I been ignorant? I say a lot of ignorant things. I do.
You do.
And I'll be aware when I do it. But asking myself that question, how have I been ignorant? How have I hurt somebody with the ignorant things I've said?
I've been
It's
trying to
real.
work on doing that myself. Cause like apparently like without me knowing, cause like you would think like you guys have been around me for so long, I feel like you would have gotten used to the things that I say
It's
and
like
do.
it's almost been forever, right?
Yeah, right?
Almost.
But then like
Most of your life.
then I start like then I'm like talking and then I remember I said something to the I don't even remember, but it was just me with my goofy personality saying stuff. And I'm like, I'm sorry, did I just hurt your feelings saying that? Because like I did not like mean to hurt her feelings. It was just me just saying like my impulses make me say random stuff. So I'm like, I have to make sure that I didn't hurt her feelings by me saying that. A month
Just
ago.
the summer.
She's trying to
She's
stay
not living
forever.
with us, she's staying with us.
She's trying to stay forever. And
No, I
I'm
wasn't
happy
saying
to have my little baby.
I wasn't saying like her being here forever. I was saying everybody being around me.
No,
Like
yeah.
I still
Right,
have
we
to
get
make
it.
sure that I'm not hurting people's feelings by saying the things that I say.
And that's progress.
Yep.
Because
That's part of shadow work.
think that way this time last year?
No. Because like I
Right.
just say stuff.
Like,
Exactly.
deal with it. That's how I feel. I said what I said. You deal with it.
That's what I
Yeah,
said.
Before it
You
was
just gotta
period
live with
dot,
it.
it was period. But now we know that period dot is the essence.
I
of
said what I said.
all
Get
of
her back to
everything.
your face. That's your problem, I'm
Right. But you're working on it and it's a part of shadow work. So knowing that you're checking, like, you know exactly, you know what you're addicted to. That's why you kept blurting sugar out, you and him, and you giraffe. You know how you've been ignorant. Pow, progress is shadow work. Um, this is a big one. A lot of people. Narai, you want to say this one?
What toxic people should I distance myself
Yes.
from?
Yes. Like that's a big one that people know. Like if it's a person who every time you come around them they fucking draining you, they just in my opinion everybody toxic, but I'm
Man, there's
sorry, it's
levels to
not.
it. There's
Some
like
people are
different
toxic
types
like
of toxic.
batteries, though.
Aquariuses. Aquariuses. I'll just fuck with y'all. My best friends are Aquariuses and I love them. But
Mine is Libras.
I feel
Libras are
like
Libras.
everybody could be toxic in my opinion just because I'm a healer. So me being a healer and an empath, people are naturally drawn to me. So people want to tell me their worst shit and lay they shit on me and tell me the worst shit they have and they feel better after the conversation. And they like, oh, I love talking to you because I always feel better and then I'm
Nah, you
asleep for
just
3
stuck
fucking
with it.
days. Like Joseph, I'm sorry. Y'all gotta sleep for 3 days. I gotta sleep for 3 days. Go ahead and hold the house there. And it's like I could say everybody's toxic because I'm an empath and I'm a healer, but that's not necessarily the case. You have to pick and choose your battles again. Where am I being ignorant? You know. So figure out who's actually toxic. The people who are constantly getting you in trouble. The people who are constantly starting fights and shit with you. The people who are constantly making you feel bad about yourself. Yep, giving in return.
And that's another part of growth. All
Yes.
this is about growth. That's
Mm-hmm.
part of growth, and that's one of the harder things for people to do. I work with teenagers for a big part of my life, and that was always one of the hardest things for them to do. Grow as human beings, grow as people, and let go of these old relationships. Because when you're in the hood, again, it goes back to that thing. We struggle together,
Yeah.
so we got love. We got something. We got something. Like, nah, I'm not trying to keep struggling, and you are not trying to get on my level. So you gotta let that dead weight go, and it's the only way you can grow sometimes. 'Cause-
Mariah,
Go ahead.
can you define toxic?
Okay. So toxic, like the definition of toxic literally is something that is poisonous and something that will make you ill and cause you harm. So if someone is calling you toxic or if you feel like somebody else is toxic, then that's them telling you that you are not benefiting me. You are causing me harm, whether it be mentally or physically. Like just because you have a history with the person, knowing that they are toxic does not change anything in the history. Like you can still have like a background with them. Like, it's good to have memories, but like still, if you feel like someone is toxic to you and they're not doing you any benefit, you need to let it go.
Like Anna Elsa, let it go.
Let it go. Oh my.
Let it go. Let it go. here comes
Feels
She
like
angry.
you summoned me.
Did you call me?
I heard you say, I'm sorry.
Go outside.
You said my name.
Sometimes, radon is a naturally occurring element that is oftentimes in the ground in residential areas. So,
Yes.
you know, there's no smell, there's no odor, but it will cause cancer.
Mhm.
So sometimes, as you're building your house, you're building your foundation, you gotta check for radon, and then you have to take measures to get it out of your house because you'll go through that 4 foot slab of concrete at the bottom of your house. It'll go right into your basement, go right into your home, and you'll be poisoned.
That's a man's
And that's
definition.
toxic.
That's such a man's definition. I'm like, what? Ray, what? Where do I find that?
It's in the
I
ground.
learned
It's in the ground.
one thing that I learned about like how not learned, but like something that I found that was funny. Like you can really tell if someone's toxic if they get offended by you telling them, "I'm gonna pray for you," or "I hope that you have a good day." Like if you tell them something genuinely positive and they get offended by that, then that's like a sign that they are toxic.
Another sign of a toxic person is a person who is always around when you on some fuck shit. So you wouldn't necessarily do the fuck shit until they got around. So like you good, you're a nice person, you're good spirited, but when this one person come around, y'all always on the
Oh, yeah, let's
party
go key
and
this nigga's car.
bullshit. Hell yeah. Or I'm finna get on social media and cuss this whore out. And they like, yes, bitch. Cuss her out. Call her a bitch. And her mama one too. Put that hoe in the jar while you at it. What? What the jar got to do with it? I love jars. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to throw that in. Jar. A jar. Pet it on. Pet it on. Put some bleach and some vinegar. Okay, next. Carry on. Carry on. So the next one is am I a victim of trauma? Have I done enough to heal that? So I mean, in the Black community, all of us are a victim of trauma. But have you done
PTSD.
enough to heal that? It's like people love to say that. That's toxic. Like, oh, I bust your shit out because of my PTSD. Like, okay, so you're a victim of trauma, your childhood, your parents. At one point, you have to stop blaming the situation you went through as a child. You have to heal that hurt, baby.
You gotta take active steps to heal.
Yes, you can't just
Not just gonna
blow up and then say, oh, but I used to be, you know, abused as a child and my mama didn't love me and my dad didn't love me and now I'm fucked.
and we have sympathy towards those situations, but
I
you have to step up
right.
and want to be better and seek out help.
It's like I know more than anyone that toxicity toxicity
Toxicity.
what she said that
Science.
paradox. I know more than anyone because I didn't have my mom or my dad growing up. I didn't have either one of them. I was raised by my aunties, my uncles, my big brothers, my grandmother
It
and my
literally took a
grandfather.
village to raise you.
Like my mom had
It
9
takes a
kids and
village.
she only really took care of the first 2 and I'm like number 5 or 6 on the line. So it's like all of my siblings are basically in a situation where they're all fucked. And I'm the first one, well not technically the first one, my oldest brother, he took steps and he's like at a good place and good space in his life. But it's like the rest of everyone else is like literally trying to figure out the balance. Like I didn't have my mom and everybody's using it to lean on. Like I didn't have my mom or my dad and blah blah blah. And I'm like, shit, I ain't had none of that either. And I've literally taken care of my mom and my dad in my home with my husband and my siblings. Like I've literally let all of them live with me and done shadow work. I've done a lot to help a lot of other people and I feel like healing from that hurt was something I had to do. Like, I don't blame my parents anymore for who I am today because I'm better. But when I was younger, I used to always say, oh, I got pregnant when I was a kid because I had her at the tender age she is now. I was pregnant with her. Like my poor little princess. Like I was literally with child at her age. And in the beginning, a lot of the way I parented her was because of like was due to what I knew. I didn't have parents, so I didn't really know how to parent. And why you look like that?
Because I'm new.
She was a good baby though. Like she didn't cry or nothing. Like she was good. She never cried. She was a perfect baby for a 16-year-old. She was Brenda had a baby. Woo! Way had a situation. She was sweet. No, not at all. But shit, my mom threw me in the garbage when I was a kid. Yeah, she threw me in the trash. I never used. I don't think you did either. But my dad reminds me of it all the time because he lived with me now. My parents didn't live with me at the same time. My mom lived with me at one time, and then my dad lived with me now. And we're in the process of getting him, in the same situation we got my mom in, to a better place where they're self sufficient. No, not that place. My mom's still alive and living here with us.
Wait.
But she's been clear because of me and him and the children. Everybody had a part in her being drug free, and she's been clear of drugs for 1 full year. And I got a couple crack baby brothers, so it's like we all in our 30s now, and this is her first full year. Her first full year of being without drugs because of our situation and being able to heal and get past that. So once you do your shadow work, you are able to help others heal and so on.
I want to add to that because I feel like it's important.
Hmm.
Part of her getting in a better situation also is removing the toxicity. We had to remove her. She was being toxic, and
She
we had
was.
to let her know that you can't have your family and have this toxic behavior.
Yeah.
And then she realized, and she's gifted. She has gifts. She talks to
She
spirits all
does.
the time. I've
Whew.
seen it.
That's why
But
she's on drugs.
you
Well,
know,
when she was on
she
drugs.
used the drugs to numb that.
Yep.
But all that to say, like, in order for her to really be able to get where she needed to be, we had to let her know that it wasn't okay. You can't have it both ways. And that was a hard step, but it
It
was
was
an
the
important
hardest shit
step that
ever.
we didn't know what was gonna happen. We hope for the best, but we didn't know what was gonna happen. This is Chicago, streets are cruel. But everything worked out. And so we at 20, now we at 35, so we at 20 plus 35, 55 minutes.
I have a few more that I could just roll through real quick, but I think that they're important for shadow work.
No,
So I
I'm
could
just
just
letting you
say
know.
them, and then I can say all of them, and then we can just put our feedback in and maybe just do like an additional 5 on here and then finish the conversation for our paid people. We love y'all. Cool. Okay.
I gotta say this. I could just keep going, probably.
Yeah, I can wrap this shit up in like 5.
I don't want to record over it. I want to
No,
save it.
just save it. So y'all paying, y'all get all of it. This the behind the scenes, the uncut, petty
Oh,
dose.
they got money?
These the ones who paying big money to see us.
Oh, they got money.
They got money.
Oh, you guys have dollars?
Everybody on here is being shouted out. Like we calling y'all out by names. Yes. So I'm just gonna wrap this up because we've been recording for a long time, and we'll continue with our paid subscribers. Um, how have I been distancing myself? Am I truly healthy? How much have corrupted forces penetrated my life? What lessons do I still need to learn? And what are my deepest fears? Like, I think that if you go through that list, those are all important things that you all need to go over and do. And
Take time to think about it. You don't have to answer the questions like
Now.
now. You don't have to look at it and just be like, okay, let me just boom, 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 boom. Take time, think about it, rewind this, go over it again. You know, we're probably gonna have some shadow work and guides,
Worksheets.
worksheets.
For our Patreons, we're giving them to you guys for free.
Go on. But
Patreon subscribers in the first tier.
and we appreciate everybody who
Yes,
subscribes.
we do.
But like, take time with those questions, meditate on it. Take a spiritual bath, and let everything just kind of permeate through your mind, through your soul, through your body, to really think about those answers. Because a lot of times, those are tough questions to answer, and you don't want to face the answers because the answer might be, you know what, my husband toxic as hell. Like, he's the worst thing in my life right now. But I'm too old to get into another relationship.
And I'm Christian, and if I get divorced, I'm going to hell.
And my mama really love him.
My
And
mama love
like, but it ain't got nothing to do with any of that. It's about you and working out what you have to work out so that you can elevate, so that you can be where you need to be, so you can have the abundance that you seek, so that you can have the happiness that you seek, so that you can have the life, the spirituality, the connection with someone. Who wants to be in a place where they're not connected, where the person that they spending their life with is the worst thing in their life? That don't make no sense, but it happens. Children.
Thank you guys. Thanks to everybody who tuned in. We hope that you got some sort of lessons from us.
We're gonna go a little bit deeper with our plus extension.
We're gonna go deeper with the plus extension.
Yeah.
But I gotta do these pulls. I'm gonna let Princess do one. I'll do one for you guys as well. Go ahead, Princess girl. We're pulling from the oracles, of course. She's gonna do a pull. Spirit's guiding us with the message that's important for all of you guys, our paid and non-paid subscribers. And of course, our paid subscribers are getting an additional pull.
What you want? Just arbitrary.
You don't know what you just agreed to.
Like, we have chocolate and marshmallows and candy and cereal and ice cream.
And can we go to our neighbor's house?
And the bananas. And go to our neighbor's house.
Until we can get babysitters, the answer is yes. Help us with the children while we record. She's recording with us, and she's going. I think everybody likes her. I think she's good. I like her. I think that she's an asset to our episodes. Well, even like we said in the other earlier episode, we'll incorporate all the children because this journey is not just my husband and mine. We're passing this knowledge down to our children, all 6 of them, our nieces and nephews when they come around and they're available. In addition to all the people that we know, it's about community. It's about us all. Yes. Portrait with reincarnation.
That's another thing.
We gotta talk about that. That was weird. Anywho, so my card that I have for you guys, is my ability to receive is measured by how I appreciate good feeling thoughts. So I could receive messages better from spirit. I could receive messages better from people outside of myself, my husband, my children, all of that. I can receive all of those as long as I wake up and I know that I'm okay, I'm happy, I'm healthy, I'm smart, I'm beautiful, I'm powerful. Like me knowing that I could say these things to myself even though I feel like shit when I wake up, if I feel like shit at the moment, knowing that I'm gonna get through this day, I can get all the positivity that I need. Did you have something to say about that?
No, I was just thinking. You is smart. You is kind. You is powerful. You is beautiful.
I was
Dear
just watching
Rob.
that movie the other day. That's how me and what's it called? I got on the topic about the pie.
I've only seen that movie once.
The pie.
I just remember. I
I'm
remember
not
how
really a
long it
TV
is.
person. I used to be really into TV, but once I start waking up,
That's something
yeah,
else.
I know, I know. Okay, baby girl princess.
Um,
A little bit of smoke in my lungs.
From the
oh my
incense.
goodness.
Sorry.
When I'm in alignment with the love of the universe, peace cannot be disrupted.
Very nice.
Okay, I like that. What do you think
Mean
about that?
it.
What's it mean to
Right.
you?
Oh, you want me to talk now? No, I'm kidding. Okay. Um, what I think about this when I heard it, the first thing that came to my mind was no weapon formed against me shall prosper. So like thinking about that and like how it ties into this, like if everything is, made in your benefit, like everything that's going on, like you're at peace with yourself, you're on the right path to be happy and successful, and you have your ancestors looking out for you, you have God looking out for you, then like really nothing can come in your way and disrupt it. Nothing can make you upset or worried or anxious if everything is already put out for like in your best interest.
Good. Ashe? Ashe.
Ashe.
Ashe, honey bun.
And I
Ashe.
will eat Cheetos to that.
Ashe.
The power of the universe is it's the most powerful force in the universe. And being able to
That needs to be read to the
manipulate that
next
to your
group.
will is magic.
And it goes, okay. Thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate y'all. Sending love and light, healing energy your way. The energy of money, the energy of abundance. Ashe, you want to say any closing thoughts to the lovely people, baby girl?
Bye.
Oh, fuck bitches get money?
Oh my gosh.
That's so inappropriate. Why would you say that?
All right, y'all.
Compelled.
Love you guys. Bye bye now.
Have a nice day.
So we had to stop that, y'all. We finna get real too. I'm sorry. We had to. So when she was doing her cards, y'all saw what was said, right? It jumped out of her hand. I had to pick it up off the floor. And the universe has my back. Like y'all need to know that.
Ties into what I was
It ties in hand in hand. Like it's like one fleek.
No, nobody says that. I feel like
Mariah,
yeah,
Looney, my pretty's on fleek.
like old people.
I'm not old.
Okay, let's stop saying it.
I'm 20 freaking 1.
What makes the people think that you're old?
Okay. So going back to me saying I'm 21, I had this lady in Chicago out of all places because I was in Chicago. We moved from Chicago. I loved Chicago as a city growing up, and I always said I couldn't ever leave it. But Spirit was telling me it was time for me to move on. There was too much happening to people's children, too much happening that people didn't have control over, so I had to make sure that we left. And I was pushed out once I passed the deadline of like when I was supposed to leave. Crazy shit started happening, and motherfucking Spirit was like, nope. You said your ass was leaving. Why you still? You ain't trying to hear. You said you was leaving. What's up? Oh, you ain't leaving. Watch this, pals. Crazy shit happened. You said you ain't. You said you leaving, right? You still here? 3 months later, pow. Double crazy shit happened. Like it was so much crazy stuff happening. It was ridiculous. So I stayed out of Chicago, but a little young lady, very young. She was way younger than me. I had to give her my birthday or whatever. And she's like, "How old are you?" I'm like, "Girl, I don't even know because I always say that I'm 21. You were there when I was picking up my brother. I was like, I always tell people I'm 21." And she was like, "Excuse me?" She was like, "The fact that you've lived as long as you have is a blessing. So many people in this space don't ever get to live this long. So when somebody asks you your age, baby, you scream it loud and proud just because there's so many people who don't get that blessing. And the work that I was just doing, working with senior citizens and people with disabilities, like that was a thing. Like, I would literally talk to people in their 90s, and every time I got somebody over freaking 85, I asked them, and they sounded of sound mind. I would ask them like, "What do you do? Like, how did you get this so long? Give me some advice." And everybody say, "God." I wake up every day and make sure God got me, you know. And I hear that as this: the universe has my back, because you can say God, you can say the universe, like that's what it is. And knowing that God has my back, God has my back, and we wasn't supposed to make it past 25. Joke's on you, we still alive. Like literally, Kanye West grew up in Chicago, where I grew up from, and that's a thing. It's so many people, but that, like, if you listen to those words, we wasn't supposed to make it past 25. That's a thing. I know a lot of people who I grew up with who didn't live past 25. A lot of my daughter's friends have passed away recently, and their children, and the fact that right. The fact that I've made it and I got my kids out, and that's like a goal. Like a lot of people I do know have lived past it. It's amazing. I will start shouting, my age once I'm 60. What? But until then, I'm 21. I'm blessed. I am blessed by the best.
To add on to that though, like real talk, it's, I went to see a psychiatrist, not psychiatrist. I went to a shrink probably about 3 years ago, and we're just doing the whole intro thing, and you know just kind of telling him about me a little bit, and all these different things. And it was interesting because he told me like, man, you lost a lot of people, and I never really thought about it like that until like it was put in that perspective, like until it was told to me, you've lost a lot of people who you deeply cared about for to different situations. Whether it be death of this earthly realm, or you know incarceration. Like I got people that's incarcerated, like, or just lost, like just gone, don't talk to, don't know where they're at, don't know what they're doing. And like it's real. It's we celebrate every day. I always give thanks for being where we're at, being
Waking
able to
up.
do the things that we do. I always give thanks for being able to enjoy another day, because that's an opportunity that everybody doesn't have. One of my best homies just got out like 3 weeks ago. Got early because of COVID. He's doing Fed time, but like it's a celebration. He gets to be
Yeah.
with his family. He gets to enjoy what's out here. I feel like he is rehabilitated, hopefully. But a lot of people don't have the opportunity to enjoy what we're able to enjoy. A lot of people that we love, we've lost. A lot of people don't make it this far and never even get the opportunity to explore their spirituality, never get the opportunity to explore more than what everybody says is important. The main thing they think about is getting a Gucci belt, and then boom, they gone.
Never get a chance to do that shadow work that's needed to heal them generational
So
curses.
we here and we happy and we're thankful. We're thankful for all of y'all.
Yes.
We're thankful for everything that we have, and we give thanks daily. Um, Thankful for my family. We out here making magic. We making magic, y'all. We're gonna upload some tracks for y'all too, so y'all can listen to those, because y'all the Patreon
I
folks.
mean, I think in the background of a lot of the stuff, the singing you hear, that's her.
Yeah, she dope.
Yeah,
She's the
she
most
is.
talented.
She is. I feel like I'm always
I'm a
friends with
better
him.
rapper, but she's the most talented musician.
It's just that spirit be hitting me. And what made me emotional is that, yes, we have lost a lot of people. loved ones, friends, and all of that. And the card I pulled, like it go hand in hand with what we was just saying. I'm gonna let him read it.
When I'm in a state of appreciation, I'm in vibrational alignment with my true love nature.
And the fact that we wake up every morning and we appreciate it, like I'm not sad, y'all. I need y'all to know that. I'm not crying because I'm sad. It's just that what? You got another card? Oh. Woo.
Tears of joy.
They are
Like that Rick Ross song. That's a good song.
like we
Tears of
literally
joy
are
by Rick
here,
Ross. Yeah,
and I
yeah.
think that a lot of people who are listening to us, Spirit brought you here. Spirit brought you here to hear this. Like shadow work has been a thing that's been going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So many people have requested information from shadow work from me. So many people just going like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I'm actually gonna get y'all these worksheets, and it's gonna be a year worth of shadow work that you can do.
Some of y'all might not get this till next year, but it's cool because it's still on you. Y'all gonna be like, oh, I just found out about this podcast. And
Shadow
they
work,
talking about black shit and they black and they got a family and
blackity
all
black
these cool
black.
people. And
I'm
we done
sorry
got
for stuff.
50 episodes, but this is gonna be the one that y'all hear. Y'all gonna be down with the
Yes,
shadow work.
because everybody's
So
looking
now
for
you got a
shadow
whole
work.
nother year of work to do.
We'll have this labeled under shadow work. So the title for this will be shadow work because it's important. I think that everybody needs this. I think a lot of no, a lot of people when they start the journey, they want to know where the fuck do I start? Where do I start? Where do I start? I feel like I'm woke. What do I need to do next? Yes, number one is always also work because with your ancestors, they have your back. You're their baby. Like you, everything they've expected. They're putting a lot on you, and the fact that you're acknowledging them, and probably no one else in your family is important. So that's number one. First thing first, alter never falter, like he said. So go back to that episode. If this your first episode, go back to the altar work. We'll teach you how to set up the perfect ancestor altar to ensure that you have that taken care of. And then this number two is going to be shadow work if your self-esteem is in low. If it is, go back to episode one, hit up your ancestors and let them know. Say, I love y'all, I'm going through a hard time, I don't have anything I need or whatever. Talk to them, let them know what it is that you're requesting, what you need. Higher self-esteem, higher self-love, um, the heart to do the shadow work and all of that good stuff, and go from there. Your ancestors, they're always going to give you what you want. You they baby. They ain't ever going to give you stuff that you don't need though. So but if you asking for a higher self-love, that's easy. They're going to get that shit to you because they know you need that to proceed with helping them help you and helping you help them. Like it's all love. It's all love, vice versa. And it's about the ancestors and us because shit, we gonna die. We're gonna come back in our own bloodline and move forward. And that's based on that's based on like the Yoruba ancestors. Yeah, reincarnation laws. And I think that's the true thing. We die, we come back as our family. I ain't gonna die and come back as a white Caucasian person. I know I ain't. I'm gonna come back unless shit that Caucasian person. I might shit. I got some fucking people mixed in my blood, but one of my kids might have a damn white baby or something. I don't know. I got a little white nephew. I got a few white nephews actually and nieces, honestly. So maybe it's possible. It's very possible that I could come back like that. So still gonna be blackity black black because you know what they say, you got a drop of black, you black. It's a thing. I grew up with that knowledge, but I'm sending y'all this.
What society says. Black.
This right here, like this is the worksheets of shadow work I got for y'all.
But we're moving into a world where maybe that's not gonna be an issue.
I know. Hopefully not.
That's
like
crazy.
This is work.
That's crazy to even say that. Like as a grown up. And that's something that kids dream about, but like
right.
it could happen.
It could. It's like shit. When I was in grammar school, I graduated grammar school like in the early 2000s, late 90s. And what I was told was like, oh, so we're gonna put something in a vault to dig up for 20 years for whatever it is that you want to put in there. We'll dig it up, blah, blah. That school don't even exist. I don't know if they actually bury shit, but you were supposed to write down what you thought would be happening in 20 years. And I feel like it's been about 20 years since I've been out of grammar school. It ain't shit that I wrote down. A bitch was talking about flying cars and shit like that. I ain't telling shit. I'm saying facts. It's like, I think so too. It's like
the time in history that's ain't never happened again.
Man, we could write down what's going on, how we feel, what's going on, and then what we
I'm just
expect.
looking back the old shit. Like I told you, I saw the thing I posted on Facebook in 2009,
Right.
like yesterday morning, and it was like, was it last night? Yesterday morning.
It was last night, and yeah, we remember.
Yeah, it was kind of
In love with the girl.
girl.
Let me find that fucking girl.
That was a small piece of it.
Anywho,
Y'all
that was
want
the
me to read
biggest
it?
piece
Y'all
I
want me to
heard.
read it to you?
Hell no, no. Let me go back to the shadow work, y'all.
I'm gonna read what I wrote.
So one on here on the worksheet, there are
I'm talking
things.
about shadow work.
He was.
No, more than
While he finds that, I'm look. While he find that, I'm gonna go over this. So it says, revisiting the past. When you were 11 to 13 years old, what was your dream? What did you envision yourself becoming? Describe exactly how 11 or 13-year-old you would have idealized yourself now at your present age. Describe that idealized person that you wanted to be, the relationship you would have wanted in your life by now, the career or would you be doing, what you would be doing, what you as a child expected ideally of you, the adult. What did child you expect the adult you to accomplish by now? And then you got like a little space where you can put that in. So for all of y'all that see this, you'll be getting a copy of this whole level spreadsheet on shadow work. If you want us to do an audio on it, just request it. I'll be happy to read it out to you or have Princess to read it out to you. Maybe we'll create an additional tier to actually read it out to you guys, and she'll get full proceeds to whatever just to do the sheet. Because you know how Turin is. She's turning a nice age very soon. I'm gonna be my little. She's, her very special birthday's coming up soon. My little baby will still be my little boy. My little boy. So yeah, so we'll be happy to, allow her to get full profits for whatever it is she want to put the money towards. That'll be all her. So, I sent on Hangouts. I sent you the notes thing. G chats because I gotta pee.
Okay, so it's funny, right? I'm just gonna say this since we've only been doing this for about 33 minutes. So she sent me something yesterday because we're trying to figure out RSS feeds and everything. She's like, "This is how you upload an RSS feed to Facebook," and I'm like, "What the heck is this?" She sent me a link to Facebook Notes. Like Facebook.
Check your Facebook notes. That shit's got real shit.
So in 2009, apparently February 22nd, I did 26 things about me.
Sorry, I had to pee real quick. Ryan disappeared, and I guess which was a good thing because he's embarrassed to read what he
check
said.
herself before she really wrecks herself. For real.
Are you gonna read what you wrote, or no? You want me to go?
No.
I'm gonna read that shit.
You can't see my
I'm gonna
notes.
read it. Yes, I can.
How you see my notes?
Easy.
I'll read it.
No, I'm gonna read it.
Okay.
No, you read it. I don't want
You
to
can't see my notes.
I can't see your notes.
You don't even know how to get to it.
I can't get to your notes.
So, like I said, all that other stuff about how she had me go to notes and shit. And then I saw this from 2009. And I'm not even going to read them all. I'm going to read some of them. So let's say, okay, 26 things about me. You know the drill. Here's my 26. I don't usually write this much about myself, but here it is. So I wrote my full name is, and the meaning of it, Joseph, which means he who shall add, Robert, great fame, Harvey, which is warrior. Um, I said number two, I'm baptized Catholic on my mother's side. Number three, I am more spiritual than religious. I've been known to do off the wall things just so that I could be able to have an interesting story to tell later. I thought that was cool because that was my thing. That was our thing. Um, I'm much more spiritual than religious. I said that
That's
already.
important. Like literally to get into our group, that's one of the questions. Like, are you religious or are you spiritual? Because being religious is a separate thing than spiritual. Religious people are usually like Catholic or Christian Baptist or evangelical or whatever. Like they're usually this diehard blah 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 Protestant. They're diehard at whatever it is that they do, and they're more judgy because you worship the devil. Like what? Nobody who worship the who and the what? So yes, that's the thing.
I made it into your group.
You made it into my group. Welcome, baby witch. My baby witch.
Not a baby witch. Not a baby. I also said I like funny cartoons. I said technology is my bitch. Um, I said I'm often the life of the party. Um, but I like to spend time alone because I like my own company. I may even go out to movie or dinner by myself. I gave the definition of where I got my name, or the origin of where I got my name, which I'll share this with you guys. That's so weird. Why are you on Facebook right now? My name is Cujo Cutter. I actually came up with this because I needed something catchy to be called when I was advertising my haircutting services when I interned at Walt Disney World. Then I transformed it into Cool Joan Cool Joan Clothing and Design, which is a brand name, and Joe Cutter became my MC and poet name. How about that? Right, doesn't know any of this. I said I take my time, but I'm far from slow.
Is it sugar or ginger ale? Sorry.
I said I love growing and bettering myself as a person. Let's see what else. I said I have a big family. I said I'm really sick and tired of the senseless black on black violence, and I have a hard time just ignoring it as some people very easily do. I'm not super talented, but I got raw skills. I am really very empathetic, and I can see situations through other people's eyes. I love all types of art and encourage creative expression. Very few people know me well, and I don't think anybody can ever truly understand me. Sometimes I struggle to understand myself. I love waking up in the morning. I get a little rush from the sunshine and new opportunities every day. I'm aware of the universal laws and I strive for a greater understanding. Yeah, we're going to do an episode on universal laws. If you're not aware of the universal laws, it's important to get in tune with that because they're the laws that govern the universe. Um, they're universal. And the last one is I do it for hip hop.
He does. That's why he got all of our kids making music. Like we're currently in our music studio.
So I didn't read all of them, but that's like it's interesting to
Those are
look
the
back.
important ones. Yep.
I wrote this over 10 years ago, and it's like it's cool. It's true. Um, so Naraya is smacking. I mean, Nuni is smacking.
You're
I
so
just told them my full name. Want to read it?
right.
No one know about me 10 years ago.
She gonna listen to it because I'm gonna make
I
her
didn't read
pay.
all of them though.
I'm just kidding.
See, I said I like funny.
Oh, I came here to show you.
So weird.
Right. But she liked the cartoon about like the spiritual awokeness and shit.
About Midnight Gospel. That show is so good.
That show was crazy. That's actually, we should have an episode about Midnight Gospel.
I put chocolate on the Midnight Gospel.
You didn't put me on. You talked about it. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking
She
about.
tried
But
to
then I
put me on the
watched it
Midnight Gospel.
because
Forget it.
I saw it. I'm like, existential. That's a buzzword for me. So I watched it.
That's a buzzword for me.
Existential.
Axel, what?
Existential.
Yes,
But you
paradox,
did mention it before I
paradox.
watched it. I said I take my time, but I'm far from slow. It's deep.
Deep by the ocean.
Because I just remember
My nickname is Cole Joseph.
being on Netflix and I'm like looking for a show to watch or whatever. So I read the description to the show. I was like, oh, this sounds really cool. I watched one episode and I'm like, this is perfect for me because it's like a podcast, but like there's things that keep me distracted because like there's like cartoons and like stuff going on, and then you also listen to what they're saying. And it's like it's just really interesting to watch.
It's a trip because the cartoon clearly was created after the recording of the conversation, and it like has little to do with the recording of the
It
conversation.
like literally has nothing to do with the recording conversation.
But they're having the recorded conversation, which is the existential conversation, and they have different guests that they're talking to. And then it's like it's going to different dimensions, which is also an existential thing in the first place. Like you got a machine sticking your head and you go into these different dimensions and stuff. Like, when can we get that?
We do it every night when we astral travel. Cha-ching.
There's a really interesting episode of another podcast that we listen to called Mysterious Universe, where they talk about this cat who no, is it a dude? Yeah, it's a dude. And they have a
A
million,
dude
they
and
have
a
a
woman, right?
million plus 3 episodes, so whatever.
They on like season 27. Like, what? Season 20, what?
But one real interesting one.
They from like Australia and shit. But they always talking about here, America. They call Florida man from Florida. Like, y'all ain't even from here.
Men from Florida did it again.
None from Florida. Like, who?
Hey, we love you guys, man. We love you guys.
We love
We
them.
listened to the podcast in the car on our way to Champagne. They were to the
White line.
The white line.
The white line.
At
That
the
was
end
y'all
of the tunnel.
the white
Yes,
line.
that's me and AJ.
I'm trying to focus on
The white
fucking
light is
driving
important.
and making sure,
The
because
white
y'all
light
know
is important.
driving. I'm sorry, y'all, but driving, I was driving. So driving at night when it's super pitch black and shit, you try to stay close to that fucking truck with the big bright lights. And they like, man, I can't wait till this truck move from in front of me. I'm like, please, truck, don't move from in front of me because
Follow the white line.
We heard him do it on the podcast. He said white line. And we started joking. And then I was like, look, Mike, you following the white line. Just cracking jokes all
And
the
then they
time.
kept making fun because they talking about quantum
quantum?
physics.
They kept saying quantum.
And apparently, and you guys might know this because y'all might be kids, but apparently, like, the youth believe if the word quantum is used, people don't know what the hell they're talking about. Quantum.
We was talking about, we was like, oh yeah, I have to go use the quantum bathroom. Like, what? You can't just say quantum before anything and then automatically it means science. Like,
But no, quantum, like quantum dynamics.
but he was saying quantum a little too much. He wasn't even saying quantum.
Y'all was just
But
laughing
he was
because y'all was just laughing because y'all heard the word.
but he was saying it in a joking manner though. That's why he kept saying quantum. Like the episode was called like quantum or some shit. Like they were putting emphasis on the shit
was
on
like,
purpose.
he was saying
But
something
they was
like
putting
quantum
emphasis on it on purpose.
He just kept saying quantum. And I was like, you know what? I refuse to listen to anyone.
Anyway, you guys have a cool podcast. You talk about a
We
lot
like
of different
them. We
things.
like them.
Mysterious Universe.
Mysterious Radio.
Mysterious Radio. What up,
Little
K-Town?
Little Juju podcast.
Lil
Them
Juju?
our joints. Like we be listening to them joints. Hey. A little juju is away. It's how the summer day. Can't burn no sage.
I was thinking about that. Okay, so this is like I had this whole thing planned in my head, right? So
I moved my production downstairs, but I still have my other work in there.
I thought you was because like you and I were like we're moving into the huge building, not a huge, wherever you guys
It'll
decide
be
to move our
huge.
stuff.
It will be
Yeah,
huge.
wherever you guys
We'll
decide
go
to
brick and
Serviceable.
mortar.
Serviceable.
move
and
like the
mortar.
whole thing where everybody does their work in the building and whatnot, so we can actually leave the house to go to work. And I was like, so maybe Pops is moving all of his stuff out of there. So if that's gonna be an empty room, we can move the studio into there, and it's like way bigger space. We have more equipment, like better equipment, and like
Everybody wants his office gone. He has like the
Yes.
first room in the house
and
when you walk
keep it
in.
absolute catastrophe.
And that's the crazy part. It's
I'm a
not.
creative.
It's not. No.
I'm a creative.
Hey, girl, child. It's
I'm a
not a
creative.
catastrophe. We literally went into somebody's shop, and it was a million times worse. The bigger the space, the bigger the space, the bigger the mess. It's not him specifically.
He was like, it,
Why do he have all of my vegetarian snacks in his hand? Come on, baby. You could say hi to our Patreon. Come on, Patreon subscribers. Oh, those his veggie snacks. Come on, baby. I'm on. He like, wait, I don't know.
Gave him some operators upstairs.
Come on, babe. Come say hi. Come here. Come say hi. He like, I don't know what to do in this place. Like, everything's weird. Here, I'm just going to stand here. We had to move the desk so all of us could sit back here because this is normally my own space. So he's nervous. He's like, I don't see a place where I could just bump my head. So hold on. Say hi. Say hey, Patreon. Jackie. Say hi. Hey, Patreon. Hi. Oh, he doing his cute face. Mwah. Love kisses. Mwah. Okay.
It tastes like crunchy nothing.
Crunchy nothing. It's organic yogurt crisp.
4 grams of protein.
But yes, these shadow work things are gonna be it. Y'all gonna love them because guess what? We all finna make sure we get this shadow work in soon, baby. It's gonna be on fleek. Our shadow work gonna be on fleek. Hairy dots. Hairy dots.
Say
Hairy
bye-bye,
dots.
Jill Jack.
Aw, it's too
See you next time.
cute. Say bye, everybody. Say bye-bye. 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 Bye. See you later. So I'm eating my yogurt crisp. Alrighty, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate y'all. Oh, we did our extra cards for them, right? Yes. We're sending loving light and the energy of money times 22 for y'all. No, times 200. 222 for y'all because y'all came out of y'all pocket and y'all gave us more than anybody else, and we appreciate y'all, and it's helping us as a family. It's gonna help us to get into a better space, a better place, and we got y'all. If y'all looking to book readings, I'm available. Princess Girl over there is available for readings. Go to our website, spiritualafmetaphysical.com, or go to our Facebook page, Spiritual AF Metaphysical. We are willing to do readings. We got y'all. Let us know what y'all want.
Anything else? Cordial Customs with a K.
Oh, custom. We ship all over the place. We got y'all. Just let us know. All of our services are highly rated, highly ranked, and we got y'all. Our ancestors got our back, so we know that y'all's got y'all back as well. So hit us up. We love y'all. Thanks again. Y'all are part of our family. Don't be telling nobody what be going on in our Patreon unless y'all trying to tell them what's going on. All right, y'all. See y'all. Talk to y'all soon. Sending love and light, positive energy, energy of money, all of that.
You want to say bye? Why?
We did it for the non-lookers. Hey, y'all, and guess what? We're going to tell y'all because we ain't told nobody else. But today is Tuesday the 18th. It's the new moon. Hopefully, y'all got y'all new moon rituals down pat where y'all charging y'all crystals, moon water, all of that good stuff. And whatnot.
August.
I said 8/18. What you thought I said?
Dang, 8/18. I gotta send off some orders.
So we're about to start doing this TT. It's called Teaching Tarot Tuesdays, where we teach y'all tarot. So if you want to learn tarot, we're gonna teach you guys. We love you though. Thanks again. Bye-bye.
Oh, bye.